Hello everyone, this is Miner Bob, and welcome to an episode of Let's Play Guild Wars 2. Now, if you've been noticing, I haven't been producing too many videos of late, especially Guild Wars 2, and that's largely because ArenaNet did something to me. They made their game so darn good by adding so much content that essentially they blew up the Macintosh 32-bit client. So, where does that leave me? Well, I had to basically switch to a Windows laptop, make it 64-bit, and use the new beta 64-bit client in order not to crash over and over and over every time I get into some world boss fight or large world v world fight. So it hasn't been too bad. Although Windows isn't my favorite, I'm used to it because I use it for work all the time. As you can see, I'm creating an Asura engineer. I really like the engineer class in GW2. You get a lot of options as you obtain more skills. You have all sorts of builds available to you. There's so many playstyles you can use. But what I thought I would do is show one specific build in this one, at least for the starting progression. What so many videos that I see out there do is they show you the optimal build for a particular theme once you reach level 80. This is going to show you how you might progress to get to level 80 and not be so brittle. This build will use a rifle as your core weapon. What we will do is obtain one elixir so that we can move across the map quickly. And then we're going to build out our turrets so that we can take on the opponents in relative safety. The turrets add tremendously to the amount of damage that you can inflict. So far, all I've been doing is setting the options to show what my character is going to look like. After that, you go ahead and answer a few questions, and that will help determine which path your personal story takes. Just a quick note, things have changed quite a bit in GW2's open world environment. It's really not as tough as it used to be. GW2 seems to be aimed at the casual gamer, and because of that, I'm not going to optimize the character's armor and weapons at every opportunity. I'm probably going to do it only about once every 10 levels. Okay, so we're done with all the options, so let's get started with the story for Alchemical.
I am Asura. I personified genius. My ancestors were driven from the heart of the earth, forced to live in this bright, wide world. Of course, we've excelled. We exceed expectations in everything we do. With Golem and Gate and Arcane Crystal, we have asserted our supremacy in this land and made it our own. We will not move another inch. Not for dragons, not for anyone. The eternal alchemy is a fluid contrivance, ever evolving, ever fluctuating. I believe in the power of transformation. I belong to the College of Dynamics. Dynamics crews thrive on permutation. We're always advancing, morphing into something new. I'm the lever, and my excellent crew is the fulcrum. Together we will move the world. We will force reason from chaos. I've just been informed that defective golems, not mine of course, are causing havoc out in the jungle. Whatever the imbeciles outside the city have broken, I'll fix, and make my name doing so. I'll lead the masses through metamorphosis to an improved future. This is my story.
So when you're starting out, no matter what character, no matter what class, you pretty much can ignore the early fights. What is going to happen is, as soon as you finish this story instance, you are going to get a level. So unless you want to spend a really lot of time killing lots of small mobs that are worth almost nothing in experience, it's best just to run through the story as quickly as possible, get out of the instance, and then you can start your adventure. This part really doesn't get you much in experience or loot at all.
It's pure chaos out here. Unacceptable. What's going on?
Just what it looks like. These golems have gone mad. Zojja suspects someone tampered with them, and by someone, she means the Inquest.
Zojja's rarely wrong. Don't tell her I said rarely, by the way. If it is the Inquest, she's going to need help. Where can I find her?
At the malfunctioning gate that's spitting out these deranged golems. She claims she could feel them on the other side of the gate laughing at us.
Not for long. I'm going to help Zojja shut down the problem at its source. Thanks for the information.
So now all we have to do is get to Zojja, which is the green point in the lower right hand corner of your minimap. And in there you will fight a few Inquest and eventually fight a big boss. And then you'll be done with the story and get level 2. By the way, I'm just testing out my pistol skill, getting a feel for how much damage I can do.
Zojja's gone through the portal. Get in there quickly. She'll need your help.
So, because you're sharing this instance with all the other players who are just starting out, it turns out that this boss battle has already been triggered, and I got in at the very tail end, so there's absolutely no Inquest to kill. They've just killed the boss, and I'm going to get through here scot-free.
Hey, it's you again. I see you survived with your epidermis intact.
Of course. It takes more than a giant rampaging Inquest golem to get the better of me.
Modest, too. Well, you've earned a dash of praise, if you ask me. The crews around the city would kill for the assistance of an inventor with your talents. You should ask around. Make yourself invaluable.
Not a bad idea. Thanks.
There we go, a brand new pistol and a new level. Notice that I immediately get a new pistol skill in the number 2 slot, and it looks like my next unlock is going to be at level 5. Let's go see what that scout has to say over by the waypoint.
Welcome to Metrica Province. You'll find private laboratories all over where our crews work on dangerous research, and we pay the price for excellence. Labs need to be carefully maintained, but I'm sure that's not news to you. We see a fair bit of interference from the Inquest. They're envious of our advances and covered our research materials. Our researchers could use someone with your talents. On your journey, you may also encounter nefarious events in the world. Don't let these opportunities pass by you. Jump in and help. As you gad about, you'll encounter our Magi Matter transportive devices, more commonly known as waypoints. They're mini-gates that, for a trivial fee, transport you across great distances. They're the second most convenient way to travel next to our gates.
So one of the things that I wanted to do in this Let's Play was to use a free-to-play account to show you not only what kind of limitations there are, but also what is available to you. In this case, you cannot leave the starter maps until you reach level 10. I think I'll stop it here, and we'll pick up with our adventures next time. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you find it instructional. If so, a subscribe and a like would be nice, and any comments are always welcome. This is Miner Bob, signing off.